everybody for being here, especially those that were hanging out a little bit early. Today is Friday, August 3rd already. July, bye-bye. Welcome, August. This is the Friday live stream for Archeage, hosted by Arid. That's me. Hello. And my in-game name is September on the Thunderwing, the Nui, and the public test server. The question about the community centers, let's just go ahead and answer that. There was a question about crafting the tier 3 bundles. Would that be like watermelon and the ones for the potions? I forget all their names. Mangolias, is that one of them? But yes, you do need a community center rank 3 to be able to craft those bundles. And you also need a proficiency to do that. So what is it? So yeah, watermelon seed bundle. Oh, actually you only need this is not even, oh, Rocala seed merchant workbench. So yeah, you would need the community center to be tier 3, but it doesn't look like you have to have this. This seems like a change, right? You don't have to have any kind of proficiency. You just have to be able to purchase the seeds and craft the bundles. I'm not quite sure there. Fresh Start lacks people to keep the level 3 development up. Improve bundles for ground grain dried flowers. I really straight 82 Maya. I really don't understand that question. The ground grain and dried flowers you just make off of any other, like, you know, rice or barley or whatever to make the ground grain. Dried flowers, you know, azaleas or that, and then you just chop them up. Those are actually crafted. I'm looking at it right now. Ground grain. Yeah, I'm not really understanding the question. If you want to do like the batch processing, I can actually show that. Actually, I've got a house set up. Let's just switch over. If you're looking at doing the oh, that's not doing it right. Okay. Let's try that again. There we go. So if you wanted to batch process, you don't need a community center. You just need upgraded what is that? A thatch farmhouse. So for instance, here's some millet. I could take these over and process that here. This is an upgraded thatched house, and you can just batch process them. You don't need the hammers to batch process, but you do have to have 100. I mean, it's that easy. The bundles you make from the seeds, that is correct. I really don't understand the grasp of the question. Search for improved on that O menu. Okay. Improved. Okay, so oh, you're talking about the these used to be like Daru bundles, but so you're talking about these, like the seed bundles and the spice bundles, these things? Okay. Yeah, so you do have to have a these would be made at there's different kinds of workbenches, but basically yes, you do have to have the improved workbenches at rank 3. So your question then being that the Fresh Start, so to speak, doesn't have enough enough people to keep up the tier 3. Thank you very much for the bit, sweetheart. Hey, how you doing today? Getting on the bit board. Yeah, that refreshes every week. So basically the thing about the rank 3 house or the rank 3 community centers is they only last 1 week. And it's not a matter of keeping it up, it's a matter of the mechanic. So once it goes to rank 3, it will only last, like this one here, this one is in Windscour, it will only last a week, or is it 2 weeks? It's either a week or 2 weeks, and then it resets to 1. That is the mechanic. That is a hard-coded mechanic. It has nothing to do with people continually turning in packs or anything like that. It's just the mechanic, and that's the way it is. However, if you get to like rank 2, it will last forever. Because the rank 2, it doesn't downgrade or reset. Only rank 3. So rank 3, once you get there, it only lasts either a week or 2 weeks, something like that. So that's just the way it is. Snake Tug. Well, I always snake bug. Snake Tug says it is 2 weeks. Okay, thank you. That's just the mechanic. The rank is increased with tickets, correct. So the goal of this system basically is it adds a workbench for 2 weeks, and in which it, you know, like the one here in Solus has the ship merchant. I'm a resident of Solus, so I kind of understand how this one works. You get the ship merchant, and then anybody that rents a ship, that money gets put into a pool. And then based on how many tickets you put in is how much of a cut you get of that gold pool. That is the mechanic, and then it resets back down to rank 1, and then you got to turn your tickets in, yada, yada, yada. That's how it goes. Right. Yep. You got the understanding in. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for coming in today. I really appreciate all your support. It has actually been a great week for me. Ever since last Friday, you guys have really kicked up your support monetarily as well as verbally, so that is great. I've had, actually I had 2 new subs at the beginning of the stream that happened during the week when I wasn't even streaming. Wow, that's just amazing when I see that. And then we had Toxic Sniper becoming a sub just at the beginning of the stream, as well as Sweet Tart with the bits, and as well as countless amounts of follows while I wasn't even streaming. So that's amazing every week when I pull up that little sheet and I see things happening when I'm not even streaming. That's great. So anyway, this week what I did is I put out a video about mining. If you haven't yet watched it, or you're interested in the topic of mining and why people do it, the video is about 20 minutes long, and that kind of goes through that whole process of mining. There's other things that I didn't talk about, like mining drills and like the mining houses and the little mining drills and the quest for them. But I did cover the basics of mining and why people do it and what kind of gold that you can be making. So if you haven't watched that video, it's over there on my YouTube link. And the information, if you want a direct link, all you have to do is type !YouTube. That'll get you a direct link, but you can look at it right there at the bottom of your screen. It's youtube.com/c/Arid. That'll get you right to my channel. So anyway, that is basically how my week went, and you know, I'm starting to notice how long I'm spending on these videos. Last week when I went to upload my YouTube or my Twitch stream from last week to YouTube, I kind of watched the hours, and it basically takes me a whole day to get that video onto YouTube. And so the download is pretty quick. It's like a 5 gigs. I download it, and then I have to edit it, which is pretty quick because I know where my raffles are. Speaking of which, we'll talk about raffles here in a second, but I want to get a timer going. We're going to do 2 raffles this first hour. I seem to have the most audience in this first hour, so I'm going to do 2 raffles like I'm being hosted by Tryon, although I'm not this week. But anyway, downloading the video is pretty quick, and then I can edit the video pretty quick, but then I have to render it. and the rendering basically takes twice the length of the video on my computer, which is not a turd. It's a couple years old by now, but it's still a decent computer. And rendering the video takes, you know, like six to 7 hours. And then I have to upload it to YouTube. And then that whole process of getting the upload is pretty slow, and then YouTube has to process it. Anyway, it's like a 12-hour process for a 3-hour video. That is the life of the streamers, and getting that stuff on YouTube is not as quick as I wish it was. And part of the problem is it's also on. I only have one computer. I mean, I have a laptop, but you know, I can't do much with that thing. And so, yeah, the whole process of getting that video to YouTube takes pretty much all day. And during that day, I can't really do a whole lot because it even slows it down even more. So, I just, you know, I'm just noticing that. And then like this last video I did for mining, that took, what was it, about 3 hours to do a 20-minute video. That's between the audio recording, the video editing, the audio editing, and then also the upload and render and all that stuff that goes along with that. So yeah, it does take a while to do those videos, and I really do appreciate your support. The quicker ones that I do is the ones where I just do an off the cuff, like I'm doing a live stream, and I can kick those out pretty quick just because I'm not editing much. Anyway, let's talk about raffles today. Oh, shit. Raffles today. So last week we had a winner from the Tryon Archeage pack by Physical. Physical here in Twitch, and also a donor and a supporter. Decided to give the Archeage pack back to me. I play on the Fresh Start. That's where I'm at right now. I'm on the Nui server. Hanging out here in Austera for the moment. I got things planned, and that's why I wanted to be on this server, at least for this first hour. Okay. Anyway, so this... anyway, so Physical won the Archeage pack, and the Archeage pack last week that Tryon gave me to give out was only working on the Fresh Start servers, because they do not play. I don't know if Physical's a he or she, because they do not play on the Fresh Start server. They opted to give me back the pack, and that was great because that kind of meant I could use it on my character, right? But I didn't really want to do it that way. And the more I thought about it, it actually made more sense to just give it back to the community. That's what it was originally for. Oh, what's going on there? So that's what we're going to be doing this week. We're going to be giving away an Archeage pack at the end of the hour. The first raffle here in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, is going to be the normal Apex Vero weapon skin raffle that I normally do. We're going to do that in the first half hour. The Apex will be on the Fresh Start or the Legacy server, and those come out of my pocket from your support, I guess that's the way I should say that. And so we'll be giving away those. The Apex and the Vero weapon skin is from the Tryon creator codes. Do have a few of those left, so we're going to go ahead and try to give those out. Hopefully by next week we'll get the new Tryon creator codes, and we'll have those to give away. I'm hoping it's not going to be Vero weapon skins. At least they know we don't want more Vero weapon skins. So we'll see what happens there. Oops. I was trying to tab over and I clicked that replay. Alright, that was Sweet Tart's bit from earlier. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing good today. If you have questions about the game, we're here to answer. We're happy to answer. Questions about differences between the Fresh Start, the Legacy server, differences about the public test server. The public test server, I did see a post about this earlier today. It is back to patron only, so you do have to have a patron status to play on the public test server. Patron status should not be too difficult to obtain by everybody. I've got lots of videos and lots of information about how that works. So if you got an account, you should be logging in the EU and North America, get that loyalty, sell the loyalty each month if you need to, and use that to buy your Apex. I mean, it's not that difficult. Once you have Apex, you should always, or once you have Patron, you should always have Patron. It's just popping that initial bubble, as it were, or as it is. Raffle that 1 gold. Actually, I didn't even take that 1 gold. I closed the window, but I didn't. You know, when people give you stuff that's kind of worthless, I always like to act like I'm going to take it and then close it out so they don't continually try to give it to you. You know what I mean? So today what's going on is I finally got my Dream Ring quest starter. I got through Serpentis on the Fresh Start server, and I have progressed my Dream Ring to having to go out into the Dehuda area and get the drop from the mob, which is taken back to Halcyona, and I am going to do that here in a minute, hopefully this first hour. Toxic Sniper, thank you very much for the 5 bits, and welcome to the leaderboard. Did you guys see, oh, I forget the name, the fella in Sparks' stream was spamming 10 bits like non-stop. He had like 50,000 bits donated in this week to Sparks. That was crazy, man. Good for her. That was crazy. So I need to go to, let's see, is it the Parchment? I forget. Wow, it's been so long. Yeah, Parchment. Come on, 1 gold, is it worthless? Well, okay, you're right, it is not. Uh-oh, Biddy War time. Sweetheart, thank you very much for the 5 bits. Welcome back to the #1 spot. How many people out there actually do these dailies daily? That's what I'd like to know. For the Gilda, you know, build the pet, do the pet, the vases, and all that crap. It's been actually quite a while since I've done these quests. I'm just curious how many people actually do these quests daily. It's like 5 Gilda, you might as well, right? I'm up to 607 Gilda, but I do need a merchant or a fishing ship or something. I haven't decided what I'm going to build yet. I kind of want a sunken ship. I kind of like, I'm on the border. Do I want to do sunken ships on the Fresh Start? I don't know. Is it going to be too dangerous for me, for my playstyle? Probably. At least right now. Soul says that they do them if they want to run the Gilda Star packs. Yeah, and I've actually been doing those too. I've been trying to do my dailies, and I get those. And so this one I've got a Tiger Spine, and I got to go there anyway. So which Tiger Spine, Gilda Specialty. So I'm going to have to do one of those for my daily. I used to do those quests all the time when we do not have to do the dailies in the calendar. Less people run them, so they're better percentage when I turn them in. I don't turn them in. I'll make those packs, but I ain't turning them in, man. Oh, God, I hate trade runs. And if you love trade runs, good for you. I'm really happy because I do like the mechanic, and I do like that so many people enjoy it. It's just not something that I enjoy. I even have the hauler, and I just can't do it. I just can't do trade runs. I burnt myself out hardcore, man. Insomnia RZ, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. How are you? Kriya, how you doing today, ma'am? Kriya, did I saw Laboratory of Gaming one on one of the Archeage packs today. That's really cool. They're a regular here in the channel. I didn't stick around for the last Archeage pack, but I'm not sure who won that. I had to get ready for my stream. Laboratory Gaming, I love your channel. Ah, there you are. Congratulations on your big win today. That's awesome. Archeage pack, man. That's hard to beat. That's what I was there for. Really trying to get out there and win one of those. My character here on Fresh Start could use a little boost like that. Oh, I'm in... Ah, shit. I'm in Falcor, and I needed to go to Tiger Spine. Alright, well, I'm going to do my Snow Lion, and then I'll do Tiger Spine. I got to get a Tiger Spine anyway to do the vases, so... Did I get the base quest? Yeah, I did. Okay. I could have took a closer port, couldn't have I? 10 Grand Nui, or is that 10 Green Nui? Thank you very much for the follow. I do have the follower sound off for now. That's when I was getting Tryon hosted. I just get a lot of followers, so I turn the sound off so it doesn't get too annoying. Probably should turn that back on. I do like to welcome everybody personally when I see their names. And I missed iDivide and Mirthrill. I missed you earlier. Welcome to the channel. I'm new to Twitch. How do I give bits? You got to buy bits first from Twitch, and then you just type cheer and the number, one word. There's other ones as well.
Then you know what to do, dog. Bust a move.
Now I have to get your name correct. 10 Green Nui. 10 Green Nui. Thank you very much for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're a new sub here, I haven't said it yet today, so I will say this. If you're a new sub, that you do get double chances in all the raffles, but you also get a private channel in my Discord. Though the Discord is open to public, there is a private channel for subs and Patreons. So if you join my Discord, !Discord, if somebody don't mind hitting that in the channel, !Discord, just let me know your Twitch name so I can set your permissions for you. We don't post a whole lot special in the channel, but it is there for you subs and you supporters. It's just a little thing, you know what I mean? I'm very open, and I like to give everybody the same information, but I do try to recognize those that do support me. So thank you very much, Toxic, for hitting that. Cav 702, chances are that they bring back strong bond guild tokens to make it easier to get specific Hiram pieces. Or when will we get the increased drop rate of Hiram pieces and fusions that got it? Fucking Hiram, right? I don't know the answer to that question, Cav. It's a really good question. I honestly do not think the Hiram drop rate is horrible. And that's even on the fresh start, provided that you get the these lucky bound elixirs. Like, I'm getting 10 to 20 drops on my fresh start character now. I was getting 4. Now with these extra you know, the extra drop rate, I'm up to 10. Like 10's a bad hour. 20 is a good hour. So that's about where I'm at. 15 probably would be a good average. That's not horrible. I do recognize the fact that once you get into tier 2 stuff, you start needing a lot more XP, and yeah, we could use an increased drop rate. I think the real problem is between the Hiram and the crafted gear. Hiram would be a very good choice if everybody had to do it, but because there's shortcuts, aka credit cards, that is where the problem is. Is if everybody had to make their own Hiram, make their own gear like that, I don't think people would be complaining. But because somebody can come along and, you know, drop, you know, $5,000 and get a full set of max level gear in one day, then, you know, that makes Hiram look less attractive. You know what I mean? There's that discrepancy, and I think that's a problem that Archeage is always going to have as long as they have that option to drop that kind of money. It's like XL and Tryon. They throw away the economy as long as it means they make money. You know what I mean? And I'm not digging them. I'm just stating it as a perception. Jen, thank you very much for the 7 bits. Welcome to the top 1 leader spot. Thank you, Jen. If you want my thoughts about anything like that, I'm always happy to give them. And I'm not going to hold back. I mean, I am a Tryon creator. That is true. But in that process of being a Tryon creator, that does not mean I cannot speak my truth, you know? And you don't have to agree with me. That's fine. I get it. I'm just saying what I feel like is the issue. Alright, so I do need to go to Tiger Spine to do 2 things. One to make my pack, and then one to drop off these vases real quick, and then I'm going to go do my Dream Ring stuff. Oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't noticed, IGN, which I used to be a moderator for them in Asheron's Call way back then, 20 years ago, they've kind of stepped it up, man. They've got an actual Dream Ring quest for the 30-day version that we get on the Fresh Start. So, kudos to IGN, man. You know, IGN used to be the big name in online games and stuff, and then, well, I don't know what happened. I think they got steamrolled by Steam. Valve. But anyway, and there was Curse Gaming out there. Ah, dear Lord. I'm getting spammed in the mailbox. Thank you very much for whatever all this is. Baobab trees, copper, 2 copper, 15. Oh, okay. Now there's a 3 gold in there. The guy is crazy, not me. 9 copper, 1 gold, 1 copper. I have to click on all these. Lightning loved me. Thank you very much, everybody, for those in-game donations. I will make some kind of use for them. Wow, Soul, thank you very much, man. That's a mega donation. Sweet Tart, thank you very much for the 2 bits. Soul, 1,000 bits. Holy smokes, thank you very much. Now that is probably the biggest bits that I've had. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Wow. Really awesome. Bits. I love the bits. Thank you, Soul. Patron, and look at all those bits. That's awesome. Thank you very much. That's a crazy, amazing support. Wow. Thank you. It's a I don't know how a delicate way to say this, but I went in here for a reason, because I think I have milk. I do have milk. Jen Dragon, thank you very much for the bits. So this is a Gilda pack for my daily. Get that out of the way. Something to do, right? Right, yeah. Well, I cannot complain about that. So this is what I do. I don't know what you guys do, but basically you get 5 gold and 2 Gilda just for making this pack. These things cost about 8 gold to make, but you get most of that back just for doing the daily. And that's what I do with them. There's a free pack in Tiger Spine on Nuia if anybody cares. There you go. Sweet Tart and Jen Dragon. Every week. Every week. Thank you very much, both of you. That time, Sweet Tart. Right after Jen. Thank you very much for the bits. So now that that is out of the way, I can drop these bases. Welcome back, Jen. Thank you very much again for the bits. And thank you again, Sweet Tart. This is crazy how my board looks. This is what's going on. Thank you again, Jen. Jen, sweet, Jen, sweet, Jen, sweet. Thank you very much. Uh-oh. You got knocked out. You got knocked out, Jen. Thank you very much. 50 bits, Sweet Tart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go back to monitor mode. Or game mode. There we go. I said it like I was asking somebody. I was telling myself. Like somebody else was here to hit the button, and I'm like, yeah, just go back to game mode. Like somebody's here to hit that button. No, there's nobody else here. It's just me. Party on, man. Thank you very much. By the way, everybody, thank you very much for hanging out. Ziggy says, welp, IGN got memed. No one really reads reviews anymore. Just watch a stream and watch the reaction live. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Ziggy. That's a very good comment. You know, Ziggy makes a good point. IGN, what happened to them? I didn't even put much thought into it, but that is a good thought. IGN used to be it, man. You used to go to IGN for everything. And they used to have, like, every games community. Like, a lot of times back in the day, I did actually put some thought into it. What I thought happened to IGN was, you know, when games used to first come out, they'd have their website, but they would never have forums. Nowadays, it is so common for not only the games to self-publish and provide their own downloads, but they also provide their own community forums. That didn't used to be a thing, you know, 20 years ago. You would go to IGN and IGN would have a forum. Also back then, you know, it wasn't 1,000 games coming out a day. It was like, you know, one every month, if that, you know. And the big games, like the big genres like MMORPGs, you know, once a year, if that, you know, you would get a big title. Now they're just dropping all the time. What did I miss? I missed bits. Jen Drag. What? Jen Dragon with the 50 bits? Where'd you come from? Thank you very much, Jen. Wow. Oh. Your husband may kill you for that one, because I think you dug into your pocketbook for that. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Sweet Tart. You know, I've got a bad habit when I do these vases to pick this stuff. There's a reason why I'm doing this, even though this stuff is worthless, or almost worthless. I have found wild ginseng twice. And that is definitely not worthless. I haven't even looked at that in a while. You guys hip to the wild ginseng? 23 gold, 24 gold. Jen Dragon and Sweet Tart, thank you very much both for the 2 bits. I'm starting to sound like a broken record. But yeah, the wild ginseng I found in this path. I found it here twice. I've also found it around Lutzong Harbor twice. And that's the story of the wild ginseng. And you know what? They kind of killed wild harvesting too, didn't they? They really nuked it with the trade pack changes. Now people don't really need the raw materials. And they removed the royal seeds and the scented leaves, but that wasn't that big of a deal. So they kind of nerfed everything that I used to do to make money. It's like if I do a video about it, XL is going to nerf it. When my video, one of my more popular videos was wild harvesting is easy gold. And then now, you know, XL nerfs it. Because you used to, I honestly made my first Apex just doing wild harvesting. Just run around, pick everything that grows. Sometimes you get something good, sometimes you get something bad, but at the end, you got something. You save so much money because you're not having to spend either the vocation or the silver to buy the item. You just straight up get it, you know. And in some areas where it grows a lot together, you can get quite a bit in a small little run. Spaghettiona, Spaghettiona, thank you very much for the follow. Sweet Tart, thank you very much for the bits. Oh boy, I see a big one coming. A bigger one coming. Sweet Tart, thank you very much for the 50 bits. Wow, thank you. And a Shamrock Love to you too. Are you gonna get yourself in trouble? I think you gals may end up getting yourselves into trouble here. Thank you very much, Jen Dragon, for the 50 bits. Don't get yourselves into trouble over me. Sweet Tart, thank you very much for the 25 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Riddick, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. While we're not talking about bit donations and all that kind of stuff, if you guys have questions about the game, I'm happy to help you out. We've got a raffle coming up here, and then I'm going to go do my Halcyona Dream Ring. I'm kind of in that stage. Hopefully I can make it without getting killed too many times. To the blacksmith and turn this in. So that's done. And did I get my my palace cellar? I did. Okay. Let's get going there.
Mamma mia, that's some spicy meatball.
Jen Dragon, thank you very much for the 25 bits. Right after Sweet Tart. We're running a marathon. Take it easy. All right, we're going to give a keyword here in just a moment. I'm going to pull up the raffle. We're going to be using Nightbot again. Hopefully I don't screw it up like I did last week. beta.nightbot.tv/giveaways. Keyword. Keyword. This is for the Apex. We're gonna do one raffle, but the keyword's gonna be Apex, so you guys know. Keyword for the raffle is Apex. Please go ahead and type Apex. The first winner is going to get the Apex. The second winner will get a Vero weapon skin. We're just going to do one keyword. So just type that if you want to win either or both. You can win one of every item from me each week. Subscribers of the channel do get a double entry, so if you've thought about subscribing and you haven't yet, hopefully that'll be a little incentive to get you going. Once again, the keyword for this raffle is going to be Apex. And we're going to be giving away an Apex on the Fresh Start or the Legacy servers. You do have to come to me. I have Apex on Fresh Start, Nui. I also have Apex on the Thunderwing server. If you don't have a character there, all you have to do is make one, come pick it up, I'll mail it to you. It's pretty easy. Once again, the keyword for the first raffle is going to be Apex. The first raffle is going to be the Apex. The second one is going to be the Vero weapon skin, the Tryon creator code. Now that is a code that works on the Fresh Start or the Legacy servers. You do have to type the keyword. The keyword is Apex if you want to win either of those items. I know I'm scrolling through these names kind of quickly, but if you see your name with a blue dot, that means you're in it. If you see your name with a gray dot like this feller, Laboratory of Gaming, you're not in it. Did my music die? Oh, there it goes. While you guys do that, I'm going to give you about a minute, a little over a minute to get in it. The keyword, once again, is Apex. Cav, thank you very much for the follow. I've just now seen that. And Sufinjin El Shahadi, thank you very much for the follow. I'm sorry if I ruined your name, Sujin. Thank you very much for the follow. Once again, if you are a subscriber in the channel and you decide to join us in Discord, if you're a subscriber or a Patreon, let me know that you are when you join Discord so I can set your status. Everybody else, you can join the Discord. We talk a lot about a lot of things all week long. I'm fortunate enough to work out of the house, so I'm on Discord and able to respond pretty quickly, unless I'm working on a video or something like that. All right, the first winner is going to be for the Apex Sweetheart. Thank you very much for the 35. Count them, 35 bits. Thank you. That's getting up to some money there. Thank you very much, Sweetheart. Okay, so let's roll. This is going to be for an Apex on the Fresh Start Nui server or the Legacy servers. Retribution, if you're EU, you can pick it up there, or if you're North America, you pick it up on Thunderwing. Good luck, everybody. The Apex is going to... Wow. Congratulations, Cav. You have won yourself an Apex. Thank you very much for the follow, and congratulations to you. Winning an Apex on your first day of following. How could you not love that? Cav, I'll need you to whisper me your server and your in-game name. If you don't know how to whisper on Twitch, it's just like this. /W Arid _ message here. It looks just like that. Oops. That's all you have to do to whisper me. Please whisper me. If you don't whisper me, I will whisper you, but that will be at the end of the stream. That's how you get in contact with me. I need to know which server you play on or want to pick it up on, Thunderwing, Retribution, or Nui, and your in-game name, and I'll mail it to you. Congratulations, Cab702. We also have a Vero weapon skin coming up right now from this same pool. Cav, I'm going to turn you back on, make you eligible for that item as well. This is for the Vero weapon skin. It is going to Lunatic21. Lunatic21, congratulations. You have won yourself a Vero weapon skin. This is a code, so I will just whisper that to you at the end of the stream. Congratulations to Lunatic21, and thank you for being a follower as of June 1st, 2018. Congratulations, Lunatic. I'm going to go ahead and kick that raffle timer up, and the big prize is coming up here in 20 minutes. The big prize being a Fresh Start Archeage pack. This is courtesy of Physical, who won it last week but decided not to use it. Gave it back to me to give back to you. And we're going to be doing that raffle here in 20 minutes. Did I not turn that timer on? Because I am not seeing... Oh, there it is. Okay. It's back on. It's back on. So if you guys want to hang out for another 29 minutes, you'll have your opportunity to win the $150 Archeage pack for the Fresh Start servers. It is a code. That means something to somebody, I'm sure. So I wanted to let you in on that. We're going to go back to Archeage here, and we're going to finish up my daily quest. And then I'm going to go over to Halcyone to progress on my Dream Ring. Laboratory of Gaming, I did get your whisper, and please join my Discord. I will be happy to talk to you anytime you'd like. And yes to your question, you can do it, but not legally. Yeah, get me up on Discord, Laboratory. I'll give you the truth. Cav. Oh, you play on my server. Okay. I'll send your Apex here in just a minute. I'm going to go back to the Hero Hall, and we'll get you squared away right away. It makes it easy when you're not on Retribution, because I don't have that client open. But I do have the Thunderwing as well as the Nui client open, and you're on Nui, so that'll be easy. Thank you very much, Cav. I got that, and we'll square you away here in just a second. Soul says, after playing 3.5 years on Legacy, not going Fresh Start. You know what? I thought the same thing. I honestly said the same thing. Like, those streams are not, I wasn't posting them to YouTube, but you could go back and, well, if you've been in my streams, you know that I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do it. I've got so much time invested. And then, well, you know what? I did. And it's actually kind of fun. I mean, it's, you know, it was really fun the first month when everybody was even, and you know, Archeage really does have something here with this with this Fresh Start server nonstop. I mean, honestly, it is fun. It is fun until it's not, and it's still a little fun to me, but it's not as fun as it used to be on the Fresh Start server. Now it's kind of like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, but it is still fun. And so, you know, like, I had a whole lot of fun getting through Serpentis on the Fresh Start. You know, in my gear score, which is only, I'm getting close to 5K now, but it was fun getting that done as noobs. You know, I think the highest gear score was like 5,500. And there was a guy in there that was like 2,500. And he was really trying. I mean, you know. And it's really cool to do that kind of stuff. I find it fun. It's challenging at that level. Alright, so I got those done. I'm going to go ahead and take care of Cav's Apex win here. Need to get to a warehouse. I only got 6 Apex left. Woo! Alright, Cav, I'm going to copy your name exactly as you sent it to me. Because I don't want any flack if I send it to the wrong person. It'd be on you. Winner Arid stream. Congrats. There we go. Congratulations, Cav. Winner and delivered. Let me save these winners so I don't lose this. Winners 0803 2018. All right, there we go. Okay, so it's time to get over to Halcyona. Put this garbage away. You're a tie on Thunderwing. Thunder Dash says, I trashed my epic gear and my mythic galleon and deleted my main. Was known as Nilina on Kyrios. Holy smokes. Wow. But once again, my stream is all about helping people, giving out information. So if you have questions about the game, I will do my best to answer. And you know what? A lot of those questions, if I don't know the answer, those people in my stream are very knowledgeable as well. And we can come to an answer. Okay, what am I doing? I am going to Halcyona. Please tell me I saved that port down there in the that is not it. This is not it. Is the community center the closest? Yeah, it is. Sons of bitches. I must have not have got the port. I had to go there to progress the Dream Ring, and well, I didn't save the port, so now I got to run there again. Could get killed here. Where do you start the ring quest? You have to do Serpentis and kill Sarath, the final boss. And he gives you the Dream Ring starter. Then after that, it was pretty easy so far. You do have to go to Dahuda to get the a book to drop, this thing here. And that will give you the arcane version of the Dream Ring. I don't know what's next. I think you got to go mining some ore in like the Calmlands and all that. I haven't got there yet, but IGN does have a write-up that is so far has been accurate for me. All right, this area does look like it should have no more quests. That's all I get. This area does look like it should have like a bind point. Maybe I didn't get it because there isn't one. Daru. The Daru are like the Ferengis of the Star Trek world. More gold pressed latinum. That must have been where they got this Gildastar. Gold pressed latinum. Shiny. Well, oh, This is right by the Nui base, so maybe there isn't a port here. All right, what happened? Am I done? This can't be the case. So now I can do Dahuda though. Let's see, gear score wise. Oh yeah, it's better than plus 10 gear score right here, baby. And then I got this unit to sell now. This has got to be worth like 25 gold. Oh, 35 gold. Dang, son. I'll take it. We have raffles coming up here in less than 20 minutes. The raffle is going to be for the Archeage pack. No shit. Here. I was here. Planted a tomato. Well, I really wasted my recall, didn't I? I should have thought ahead. Is it possible to start the Yenny's ring? Ah, that's a good question. Doesn't that start in GHA? You just need the stone orb? Or is that an earring? I can't remember that one. Dream ring is SERP. Yeah. Barium ore is an Aurora. Yeah, but I don't have a quest. There must be something else to this. And I need to figure out what that is. Let's find this. IGN. Dream ring. Boom. Alright. The Sunken Tome. Hand of Fate. Okay. Grab the Dahuda bubble, blah, blah, blah. Sunken Island, Friedrich, blah, blah, blah. Then you take it to Halcyon, blah, blah, blah. From this point, make sure you have your Dream Ring equipped every time you talk to an NPC or while completing the quest. Alright, thank you very much, IGN. Okay. This trail would need to be picked up again by finding the Arcane Soul in eastern Heidmar, located south of the volcano. Oh, okay. I don't remember any of this stuff, man. So, this is what it's telling me to do. Go to here to find an Arcane Soul. It's basically a sword called Sword of Fate that is stuck into this stone area, blah, blah, blah. You have to cross the lava to interact with it to obtain the quest from the Arcane Soul. Remember to put your ring on to cross the lava, otherwise you'll get stunned and die from the lava damage. Then it says this request requires you to run around Aurora. So I got to go get the quest, and then I got to go get the nodes. Thank you, Jen. You didn't have your ring equipped? Oh. Are you... I put it on before I left. You didn't give me a quest. Now you're making me doubt it. Lunatic, how you doing? Can't really do much private chatting right now, but how you doing, Lunatic? Always check my Discord. I'm always available. Just ask anybody. So should I go back to Halcyon? No. I should just go to Diamond. I should just go to. Aaron, what are your thoughts about library farming for fresh start since there aren't any obsidian gear to craft? I don't think we're going to get the library until they actually open it up, well, for one, but I don't think we're ever going to get obsidian gear on the fresh start. I guess I better chop these before they die. Good thing one didn't go thunderstruck because I forgot about these trees. Laboratory says I'm whispering you. It's very hard for me to stop streaming and answer private messages while I'm streaming. Like if I was on a break, I could get to them. I will look real quick and see if it's something I can answer quickly. That's the best answer I can give you there. Toxic, I got your whisper as well. Thank you very much. I'll get you set in Discord. I'll get that set right now while I don't know what I'm doing. You gotta find your name. Oh boy. Bear with me, guys. I apologize. This is kind of why I don't like, you know, doing more things at once. All right, got you set up, Toxic. Okay. So I'm going to go over to Heedmore and see. If not, then I have to go back to Halcyona, and I screwed myself. Is that what you're saying? I'm catching up on chat. Although XL loves to rejig systems every patch, whether they need it or not, yeah. It seems pretty clear that they want Obsidian and funnel people towards Hiram or Aaron or at the high end. Yeah, I think what they're doing is they're saying the Obsidian thing is failed. Partly because, this is my opinion, is they can't really cash in on it. Like, I mean, they can a little bit with the regrades, but for the most part, it's not, because of the way the regrades are, where, you know, at the very beginning, the way it used to work is at the very beginning, you could get your regrade to legendary or epic or whatever you're going for, and you were done. Now where the system is unlike the other systems where you have to regrade it at each step and then it resets and all that, they're double dipping. And I hate to think of it that way because it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of negative-ish, but it, you know, with the Hiram system, look what they're doing. I mean, yes, you could say, well, there's no regrading, therefore they're not making any money. But where they're making their money is from not only the fact that they're selling the Hiram XP potions in the marketplace, but they're also selling, here's their little trick, they're selling these 60% bonuses in the marketplace. And they're asking a pretty penny for them. right? The 60% loot drop bonuses. And those are timed. So what happens is you buy them, and whether you, as soon as you click it, you know, you've got 30 minutes, and that's it, you know. And so that's a continually a way to continually monetize it. You know, every day, you know, you buy these loot drop potions. Every day you buy the 5 Hiram things. You know, that's just the way it works. So this is down here. Sons of bitches. I don't have the quest. Oh wait. I just got something. This seems to be the call of fate. Okay. Right. Sons of bitches. Oh, this lava's not that bad. Examine the Sword of Fate Legacy. Examine the Sword of Fate. Oh, that's for the old Dream Ring? Yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. I got a quest now. Oh, this shit. This ain't no fun. This is collect the Fairy-Amore. Well, I know around where I usually hunt in Calmlands, there's a bunch of it. We got 7 minutes until Raffles. I guess I can go. The system is feed, 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 right? And so here's the thing with Archeage in general is they opted for the whale monetization, I guess is what I'm going to call it, where instead of trying to be super popular and getting, you know, monthly subscriptions from everybody, they decided that the way they wanted to go was get as much money from each person. And that is their flaw, in my opinion. You know, I would much rather this game be played by 10 million people in our region, and every person gives them $15 or whatever a month, than, you know, been played by, you know, 50,000 people, and, you know, 10% of them are spending $500 a month or whatever. I don't know the numbers, but that's the monetization that they wanted, you know. And that's a greedy ass monetization scheme, if you ask me. But, you know, I don't make the decisions, they do, and it's their game. So I also think it's a good opportunity for them to re-examine how they monetize this game and change it. If they decided to change it, how many people that left would come back? And if they like contracted, like changed it and said, hey, look, we realize what we did before, we realize that you guys don't appreciate it, we're never going to do it again. That may be enough to bring some people back, although some people will never come back, I would assume. The Fairy-Amore is all over. Yeah. I know, I just know where some of it's at. That's all. And I always hated this because I would be out here doing my Hiram farming, and then somebody would come and trigger that mob and they'd run away just like I did. And then I would have to deal with it. And it doesn't drop any loot. You know, it's just a worthless mob. I Am the Sky says a monthly sub with no cash shop would have not done anything to help the game. People use that as a cop-out. And now the game has turned into cheap WoW with no PvE. Because if you want the best gear, you grind mobs, period. Well, I mean, you can still credit card swipe for it, right? I mean, if you want a full set of Aeronor, you know, you got $10,000, you can get it. Gear breaking is what made me leave this game, and I think a lot of people, I remember when this game first came out and no one knew anything. Well, you know, the people in Alpha knew, but for the most part, the hype was so big on Archeage. That's why I started playing it. I was looking for something that, you know, I played World of Warcraft, I played Vanguard, I played Asheron's Call, and I was just looking for another MMORPG to bide some time. And then I saw the free-to-play model, and I'm like, well, I can try it for free. And boy, did I get sucked in. But originally when it started, I saw so many people, and I was one of them. I didn't realize that your stuff could break. And I mean, that is such a harsh punishment. And yeah, I mean, that reminds me of if you guys remember Star Wars Galaxies, that game where they had the permadeath Jedi. You spend, you had to go through and you had to unlock, they had like 30 some professions, and each account got seeded with what professions that they had to unlock. And so basically you would end up doing pretty much either all the professions or most of the professions. You would finally unlock your Jedi, and then you had 3 lives. And if you got killed 3 times, all your progress on your Jedi was lost. So it's like it was so much work, and then, you know, you could get killed by bounties and lose all your progress on your Jedi, and you had to start over. I mean, that's a harsh punishment, right? Like, I mean, I think a lot of people kind of like some punishment. Like, I've seen, like, Ashes of Creation, what they're doing is when you kill somebody, they drop resources or something of what they're carrying. And that's pretty harsh if you ask me. But some people like that. Some people like to know that their death has a meaning. The real tricky thing about that is when you start losing weapons and armor and resources that you fought for, it's like it's a really brutal system, and I don't think a lot of people are going to like that. I think a lot of people will like it, but I think a lot of people are going to come to hate it. You know what I mean? It's way more PvP centered than it is PvE. I don't know where any more nodes are. Those are the only ones I knew. And I gotta find 27 of these sons of bitches. I mean...
Mamma mia, that's some spicy meatball.
That sound means it's time for a raffle. I do want to make one quick comment. I Am the Sky, I did read yours. People not reading the window, no. Because that window was not understandable. What does a half circle with a red half circle mean? I have no idea. It's not a universal symbol. That's the problem. And I made a post about that over 2 years ago. I'm like, just tell us what's going to happen. Don't put these stupid hieroglyphics in there and expect us to understand what that means. I mean, it was never said anywhere, this symbol means bad things can happen. It never said that anywhere. That's what they ran into. I mean, you know, if they had explained it originally, then it's one thing, but they never did. They never did. And you could lose way too much for that little bit of lack of communication. Anyway, I'm going to get to a somewhat safe area here. And we're going to do the raffle. We've got the Archeage pack. Archeage pack. We're giving it away. All right. Hopefully I'm not dead when I come back. All right, guys, this is the big dog. This is the big dog. Let me make sure I spell that right. Hold on.
Want some of this? Then you know what to do, dog. Bust a move.
All right. Let's see here. Where is... Oh, boy. Okay. P-Y-S-I-C-A-L. All right. Oh, I just missed something. Oh, it's Duality. Hey, welcome back to the sub club. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you, Duality. And I really appreciate that. Make sure that if you're in Discord, make sure you let me know that you're subbed or a patron so I can get your status set. Thank you, Duality. Thank you for the Twitch sub there. All right, guys. The keyword is physical spelled. I'll type it out. Although a lot of you have already figured it out, the keyword is physical, P-Y-S-I-C-A-L. P-Y-S-I-C-A-L. If you guys would like to win the Archeage pack. Physical, who won it last week, has opted to give it back to the stream. So there you go. Oops. All you have to do is to win this pack is type the keyword and get chosen. You do not have to follow me. You do not have to subscribe to me. But you do have to type the keyword. P-Y-S-I-C-A-L. Piesicle. What is it? Piesicle? Piesicle? Piesicle. According to Jen, translating my English, or my bad English, to regular English. Piesicle, thank you very much. This is going back to the stream. If you win it and you're in my Discord, make sure that you thank them for returning it to the stream, because otherwise they would have used it and probably never used it. Only got 31 people in here. This is a very good opportunity to win a $150 Archeage pack. 150 bones. It is on the Fresh Start, though. This is a Fresh Start only pack. If you do win it, I will whisper you a code through Twitch. Lunatic, I got your message in Discord. I will get that to you just in this break. So sit tight. I'll get you your code here very quickly. Very shortly. 150 buck? What? Yep. The $150 Archeage pack for the Fresh Start servers, which includes a lot of goodies, including Red Regrade Charms, 3 months worth of Patron, costume, bound tax certificates. I think there's some tempers in there. I don't know. It's very... Oh, and it's like 6,000 credits. Oh, yeah. You definitely want to win this thing. According to the store, the pack is $115. Well, in America, it's $150. That is quite a massive giveaway. Yes, it is. Had 3 of them last week. Only 1 this week. Everybody, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for being here. We're going to give it just another minute to get everybody that wants in. Kriya. Man, Kriya has won like 2 or 3 of those bad boys. Congratulations, Kriya. She has a very, very lucky streak. This would make your day. I tell you what, if you win this bad boy, $150 Archeage pack, can't go wrong. A4 Moondoggy, thank you for the follow. Cryptic, thank you for the follow. Critterus69. That name, Critterus69, thank you for the follow. I love a good name. The Archeage pack is for the Fresh Start only. Yes, indeed. All right, that is time. This is for the $150 Archeage pack. Good luck, everybody. The winner is... Murr! Congratulations, Murr! You have won yourself a $150 Archeage pack. That's US dollars, by the way. Congratulations, Murr. Man, that's got to feel good. Tell us how good that feels. Holy shit! That's how I feel. Congratulations. That is awesome. I will whisper you that code. If you're in, well, no, I'll whisper that to you in Twitch here in just a few minutes. So hang tight for that. So I'm going to go back to the normal format, guys and gals. We don't have, this was not a try-on hosted week, so I am going to take a short break. I'm going to get all the codes sent out during that break time, then we're going to come back. We still have 2 more hours of streaming. We got Apex raffles every hour, as well as Vero skins every hour. So do not leave. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Whoa, voice dying. Bruce Grimm and Soul. Soul, you didn't follow me before? Well, thank you very much, Bruce Grimm and Soul, for the follows. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to come back, and I'm going to... I think I'm going to do something on the Fresh Start server for just a little bit longer, but I do want to pop over to the Thunderwing server before the day ends, check in on September there. So hang tight, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Yeah, in a second. I got to type that up. Short break, 5 minutes. Gives me some time to get these codes sent out. Hang tight. Hey, I'm back. Here's the sound.
Mamma mia, that's some spicy meatball.
All right. We're trucking along. I'm going to go ahead and set up the raffle timer for the Apex and the Vero weapon skin. I think this is actually going to be the last week I do the Vero weapon skins. I'd have to look again, but I think I only have 2 more. Let me see. Yep, only 2 more, so we've got 2 hours left. After this week, I am out of Vero weapon skins. I guess that's a good thing. Well, it's a bad thing if you really want one and you haven't got one, but it is what it is. Thank you all for hanging out and hanging in while I took a small break. I used that time to get the winner's code sent out, which as of right now, I am completely caught up. Check this out. Cav got his Apex, Lunatic got their Vero weapon skin, and Murr got their Archeage pack code all ready. I love being able to do that quickly. Thankfully, I didn't have to use a restroom or anything during this break, so it made that very easy to take care of. So cool on that. I am currently on the Nui server looking for the Ferium nodes. I believe this Marcala zone's got a bunch of them. Yeah, there's 2 of them right there. Bang, bang, boom. And I need there's 3 of them. I'll put this guy away because I'm going to get attacked. Working on my Dream Ring. Finally got that thing started. That's awesome. I don't know what the maintenance is going to be for this thing. If you got to do like Serpentis once a month or something like that. Please stop following me. Hey, finally a use for that skill. Do I have stealth too? I should, right? Well, I don't have. Oh, that's shadow play. I'm working on, so my character on the Nui server, I'm working on getting everything to 55 right now for the Archmaster title. And, yeah. Right now I've got Witchcraft and Occultism along with my... along with Archery. I have to keep Archery, I mean... because it's my one attack skill that actually does do good. Thank you, Thunder Dash. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. You know, a lot of times in that break, I lose half the population. I figured I'd lose a lot after that Archeage pack, but hey, you guys are still sticking around, so thank you very much for that. Once again, this stream is completely driven by user interaction. If you have questions about the game, I've been playing since launch, and a lot of my my longtime chat channel people in Twitch will be happy to help out with questions. Usually hour 2 and hour 3, people put me in radio mode, but I am right now paying more attention to chat than I have been since the beginning. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you have a topic you want to talk about, let's talk. The Vero is too pretty for your Warborn. You could go with like a Vero shield. That's usually not out all the time. I think I'm going to get myself killed by playing on a cliff. I don't think there's going to be any in a castle area. So I'll move along. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm out here looking for the Ferium nodes. These things. Farum. I found 7 so far. I need 30. Not even a third of the way there yet. I wonder if that person is out here doing the same. Looks like Omega Cow. You know me, I'm a sucker for a good name. Hey, there's a node. There's 2 nodes. Are these the nodes? No, these are the nodes for the Dream Ring quest. Soul. I like how they light up. They're lit up like a Fortnite when you get the quest and save the world to do the horde. I forget what those missions are called, but they light up the nice waypoints markers. I like that. You can spot them from a mile away. I want a KMS from Farming Hiram. Yeah, you should see some of these people. German friend Broly, he's been farming Hiram, and yeah, he gives me like daily or weekly updates, and his bag is like literally like 40, 50 rows. 40 or 50 packs of the Queen's purses. He's like, I can't even open them because I spend all my labor in combining Hiram. I'm like, yeah, I get it, man. I told him what he needs to do is take a break. Like, you know, farm Hiram and let it build up. Dude. We're not going to have any of that. Anyway, he needs to take a break and let it build up and just start making some gold, you know? Those coin purses, if you get to max larceny, are almost 8 silver per labor point, 7.5. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not horrible, at least, for a fresh start. Two Hiram infusion on unique gear moves it up like a millimeter. I know, man. I've got a tier 2 celestial guardian bow, and I'm basically 30% of the way done with it. I need another 20,000 XP to get to divine, and that will be my first maxed Hiram piece. And I've got a few of these infusions. But I don't even I'm not even going to bother with it until I've got all 30,000 XP accounted for. I feel like I just kind of backtracked here. Like turned around and went over the same land that I was in. I don't know, does anybody know the respawn timer on these nodes? I always thought they were like a half hour or something like that. It's been so long since I've had to do these things. Like, I've done the Dream Ring quest once on September on, well, now Thunderwing, but back then it was, hell, it was Kal-Il. That was before the first 2 merges. Nice bow. Yeah, actually I have a legendary GHA bow, but this bow, even at Celestial, is better. I mean, Hiram, I've said it so many times, but Hiram's the thing, man. It's just the thing. And once they get tier 3 in here, it's all, I mean, it's in-game gear, man. Go up to Epic Tier 3, and Yeah, it's the end game. It's the stuff that you want. Whether you like it or not, if you plan on playing Archeage, you got two options: crafted or Hiram, pretty much. And Hiram's almost a better choice for anybody that doesn't want to spend a lot of money. If you got more time than you do money, Hiram's your way to go. And if you just enjoy doing that stuff, I mean, I typically do larceny anyway, although now with the crates being garbage, it feels pretty bland just doing larceny for the coin purses. I don't know why. It's just not. I mean, back in the day when the mysterious garden powders and all that, the crates were like 30, 40 silver per crate. Now the best you can hope for out of larceny is you know, 7.5 silver per labor point. That's shit. I mean, it's not shit, but it's you know what I mean. It's not what it was, and everybody's been saying that about every profession. That's always the number one question I get from people is like, what can I do to make gold? And it's not like it's a big secret. It's just that they don't want to hear what I got to say. It's like, don't waste your labor. Do anything. Do sunken ships. Do trade packs. Do something. The worst thing you can do with your labor is not use it. And that's all there is to it, you know. Do something with your labor. And that's the whole thing. So, is Sun Gold a pretty shit area for these things? I thought there was nodes in Sun Gold. If there is, I haven't seen one yet. Or it could be somebody else has already come by and got them. The Starlight Archeum Dust, yeah, I did a thing about that last week. The Starlight Archeum Dust, so there's this whole thing with back in like 1.5 Archeage or 1.6 Archeage, there was a huge problem with having too much Starlight, like way too much, because back then it wasn't used for anything. So what they did, and this is typical XL fashion, is they made it required in so many other things, and also they reduced the drop rate of the Archeum. They changed it to where it's mostly Starlight, a little bit of Moonlight, and very little Starlight, and then they increased the usage for it, kind of like they did to charcoal, kind of like they did to copper. They just overdo it every time. And so, anyway, Starlight is now pretty valuable both on the Fresh Start and the Legacy servers, which it's really baffling on the Legacy servers because why? You know, why is it so I guess because no one's doing it. I guess that's the thing. Ah, somebody is out here taking those fucking nodes. Because there's one of those mobs. That's why I wasn't seeing any of these. Oh, there's one. You missed one. Whoever you were. Dude's following me? But anyway, the drop rate of the Starlight is still nerfed into the ground, and I think that it's time that they reevaluated that and make it like a 33, 33, 33 break between the star, the moon, and the sun. But, you know, it's just me saying it, so whatever. I don't listen to Aaron. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about. At least that's how it feels. You can make a living fighting low-level mobs. Yeah, but even the jewelry, like when I was doing like I used to do a lot of jester crate farming just for that reason, not for the jewelry, but because on the fresh start at least, for a long while, moonlight and starlight dust, or moonlight and sunlight dust, the red and the blue, was actually pretty decent sellers too. And then the starlight's always been very good. So you could do the jester crate farming because you would get copper crates, you would get the jester crates, and those also drop the archeum. So those were always good, and now that they removed it, I mean, jester mob farming, there's no point. I mean, there's really no point. Without the archeum drops in the crates, it's just no point. And you can't, you just don't get enough of the weapons and armor and the jewelry pieces to make up for it. At least I don't think you do. And even on the fresh start, the sunlight and the moonlight is just not worth much anymore. The only thing that could sustain you is the jewelry, and it's like, you know, you might get 10 pieces an hour or something like that. That's not enough. I mean, if you got 10 pieces an hour, those would all turn into shards. You would get at least 10 shards. And in an hour, that's only like 30 gold an hour or something like that. It's not really worth it. I don't know. Maybe you know something I don't. Oh, so what are you even doing now, Vape Nation? So Vape, I'm out here looking for the ferrum nodes. I'm actually halfway done. I need 30 of these pieces. This is for the Ionad Dream Ring. Or not the Ionad, but the Dream Ring. I'm going to get out of this area. I'm going to go back to Comlands. I pearl farm on North America, craft ship regrades on EU. Pearl farming, if you can tolerate it, is probably pretty good, right? Those are close to a gold a unit. You get 2 gold per pearl. Then you just have to find somebody to sell you vocation so you can buy the seeds. Yeah, that would be pretty good. I'd reckon that'd be a pretty good thing. I just hate single planting. And I've actually been I've been pushing for them to do pearl bundles. Wouldn't that be cool? Take 10 pearl seeds, make a bundle, and then you get, you know, 20 bundles in a crack. Although I imagine now that they have that snap to grid planting, that pearls won't be quite as annoying to plant. But I always hated them, man. I hate single planting. It's so daunting. Takes forever. You already know what you're going to get, and it's just not, there's no, ugh. I don't know. Any recommendation of a pet to help a melee Hiram farm faster? For a melee, I don't think you really care about the pet's abilities so much. Honestly, the Golden Corgi would be good, but that was an event pet. The Crater Cub would be good. That's a 10% loot drop boost. The Golden Corgi was 5% XP and 5% loot drop. But that event is over, so if you don't have it, you can't really get it. Other than that, I mean, as an archer, the pet I use is the Saberfang. It's got a stun. That's the only reason I use it. Another very good pet is the Narian Squire. The Narian Squire. That is a melee pet from hell. I forget how to even spell it. There it is. It's called the Wrapped Nariana Squire. I don't think you can buy it off the auction house any longer. It might be available as loyalty. I guess not. Well, they removed a lot of loyalty stuff. Check this out, guys. There's only one page of limited loyalty stuff. That they removed a lot of stuff. If you were saving up, rip. But honestly, A4 Moon just, or I'm sorry, that wasn't, that was straight 82. That is, the Saber Fang does me just fine. It has a stun, which helps me as an archer because I can keep him at range a little longer. And it's not a bad little pet. But as melee, you should be mowing through mobs, man. Like, you know, you want the mobs to come to you, so a stun is not necessarily a good thing. But, you know, it I guess reduces the damage. Honestly, I would be thinking, and I don't play a melee, so take my advice as, you know, just thinking about it, you know, more of a theory crafting than any solid advice. But I would think that you would want the loot drops, right? And the only two loot drop pets that I know of is the Crater Cub and the Golden Corgi, which was event only. So the Crater Cub was around a couple times, but if you're a Legacy server, you might be able to find one. But on the Fresh Start, we haven't had it yet. All right, this area is tapped. I need to find an area I haven't explored yet. Here's a whole lot of nothing. What's going on here? Is this where you put a castle? Why is there no mobs here? Is that housing? That's housing. Okay. It's funny when you're on the Legacy server, everything makes sense. But when you're on the Fresh Start, it's like, why is this? Why is this like this? Because we don't have castles yet. That's why. There's another housing zone, I know for sure. And then this is the burnt log area. Guess I'll go over to Markala through the burnt logs. Wonder if there's any of that ore up in here. There is. Cool. Two piles. Three piles. Yep. Yep, you got me. Oh, so if you have one spawned, another one won't spawn? Oh. I spoke too soon. Is there any more piles up in here? Well, I got 3 piles out of that. That's pretty good. Kind of hoping there'd be more here. What do you do ever since the crate changes in terms of gold making? I'm a bit lost. Yeah. There is no good advice. I mean, honestly, what I'm doing, look, I do multiple things. And in hour 3, we're going to go over to the Legacy server, and we'll kind of show you there. But what I'm doing now on the Fresh Start server is still larceny. I just make less. Mostly because I want to get to max larceny. I want to have 1 max proficiency under my belt. That's going to save me a little bit as I work on Hiram. And I'm almost there. Where is my larceny? Yeah, I'm 219,000, so I only got like 10k more to go. And then I'll be done. But I mean, I still do the larceny. I open my coin purses. I throw away a lot of the crates, but I do save some of those. Just depending on what I need to do. The worst, like I said earlier, the worst thing you can do is not use your labor. So if you're like disgusted with whatever you're doing, just still do it until you find something else. I mean, Niver put out a video on YouTube showing that the trade packs are still up to 15 to 30 silver per labor point. I mean, so that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know, you know, but I hate trade packs, so I'm still doing larceny. But typically on the Legacy server, I'm doing farming of the houses, like the upgraded houses where you get the seed beds. I'll do that. I'll pick the stuff that grows on my thatched. I have a mining drill down. What else do? I also do the market. I play the market, you know. If something happens on the public test server, I make a note of that. Like when the high power engines recipe was getting changed, I made a note of that, looked at the old mats, looked at the new mats, and said, hell, you know, these things are going to be a pain in the ass to craft. Make a bunch of those. You know, if there's little things like that that I can see coming, I'll do a bunch of that. I do investments. Sometimes I lose my ass. Like I bought 4 I bought 4 of those Brave Bisons, and I bought them for like 1,300 gold, thinking that as soon as they get removed from the RNG crate, they'd be a good pet and everybody would want them. Well, that was a bad move because nobody wants the Brave Bison pet, and I don't get why not, because it's a good pet, but nobody wants it. So I'm basically, I mean, I'll get my money back if I were to sell them, but I'm not making any money. The goal is always to invest in something that's going to double your money. And the Brave Bison didn't pan out. Also, I bought a bunch. I bought a couple thousand regrade braziers and regrade trees, thinking, you know, those are going to probably go up to a gold each. Well, that didn't happen yet. So I'm kind of holding on to them. I mean, you know, playing the market. You know, when you see a change coming, invest what you're comfortable with. I've kind of been riding the coattails of all the obsidian items I crafted after they changed how those are made, requiring the magnificent. So, you know, just certain things, man. Just gotta, you know, if you're in my Discord, I talk about that stuff. Hey, this is gonna happen. You know, this is a good investment. This is a bad investment. Sometimes, you know, well, most of the times I'm right, but sometimes I'm wrong, you know. And that's the stuff that I find from the public test server. And I'm pretty vocal about it, you know. I'll tell people. If it's a time-sensitive thing, a lot of times I'll tell the patrons and subscribers of my channel first, kind of as like a little special thank you. But that doesn't mean they listen, you know. But I always give that information out to everybody, so it's not like I'm hoarding the information. I just give it out to them first, you know what I mean? I'm very open when it comes to things, and even if that means I ruin it for myself, that's fine. So, I mean, I guess what I'm getting at, I know I've been rambling on about this for a long time. I don't have any secrets, any special secrets. I don't. Just play the game, use your labor. It's really, I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. What would the cub be viable for? The cub is probably not available for loyalty or pay or anything right now. It would be on the legacy only. If you're on the legacy straight. Is that straight? Straight Maya? It would be available on the legacy servers only because it's never been on the Fresh Start. I'm up to 18. I need 12 more of these Ferrum nodes. And I think I've ran all over this, all these maps here. Check up in here, see if there's anything going on. Well, this is like super boring, right? Oh, there is one here. And not only is it boring kind of to stream this stuff, but I mean, it's not really fun to do. You know, I mean, do we really need to find 30 of these things? Wouldn't a 10 been enough? I mean, come on. We get it. We get it. We don't need to do it 30 times. There's another one, another two. All right. This was a fruit, 3 of them. All right, this was fruitful. And there's even a newie. I could spawn these guys and go to safety. Go away. Oh, no. Stupid newie. Dang it. Can't get that node. Bug. Festival materials are good for profit. Yeah, that the iron ingots on the Fresh Start server are pretty holding in there. Or no, not the iron, the lumber. The lumber's pretty good on the Fresh Start server. A lot of the other servers, I mean, copper. I did invest in copper and silver. I did. I think that was one of the things I mentioned in one of my YouTube videos. If I didn't mention it in the YouTube video, I mentioned it in Livestream. I bought like 10,000 copper and silver, and they were down to like. They were like the copper was like 55 or 60 silver a unit. Now they're up to over a gold. And I've actually, wow, man, my voice is killing me. I've actually been crafting them into the ingots and then making keys out of them lately myself. But that's just because I have 3 accounts and I don't really have time to do a whole lot of labor. Or a whole lot of maximizing my labor type of stuff. I just do whatever. Again, that goes back to my point. You got to use your labor. You know, if you have multiple accounts, you know, your time is probably more valuable than your labor. So do something. I mean, hell, process ore if you want to. You know, process ore. You'll make a little bit. It's better than doing nothing. I wonder if those guys were the ones taking all the nodes. How many do I need? I need 9 more. It's crazy. We got raffles coming up in 15 minutes. The raffles this hour is going to be an Apex and a Vero weapon skin. The Vero weapon skin, I only have 2 more. 2 more. So those are going to be given away all today. And hopefully next Friday I'll have new codes. Here's a random question for you all. How many of you out there play Fortnite? Just curious, because I'm kind of thinking about doing a different day. Pick a different day, like a Wednesday, and do a Fortnite stream. And I'd wonder how many people would actually carry over. I'm not really too keen on trying to build a new audience, you know what I mean? Although I don't mind new people, starting from scratch again kind of sucks. Ouch! Well, that's gotta hurt. Elmi, how you doing? What game? Fortnite. I'm just wondering how many people also play Fortnite. You know what I mean? Archeage and Fortnite. I play the Save the World version of Fortnite. So that was going to be my follow-up question, but I guess I'll throw it out now. I would imagine a lot of people probably tried Fortnite, but Save the World is actually right up my alley. And I just kind of wondered how many people out there, you know, play Fortnite and would be interested in some of the things that I found out there. I made one Fortnite video. It didn't do too well. It didn't do too well at all. But I could make more, and I could do a little better job than I did last time. Oh, Elmi plays Fortnite? Cool. So I was kind of thinking like doing another, because look, here's what's going on. Here's what's going on in my world. I'm pretty much at the maximum capacity that I'm going to get for Archeage players. I mean, I appreciate everybody that follows me, everybody that's here, especially those that are here like every week. It's amazing. But Archeage is pretty much, you know, you're not going to get the 500 people. Although I don't think I would do too well with a stream that had that many people in it. But you're not going to build a super big audience in Archeage anymore. It's just not that big of a game. And I do like Fortnite. And I think I have some stuff to talk about in Fortnite. Things to show off. Some little tricks and tips that I've learned. And I think it would be for a pretty good stream. But it's also kind of the minority. Because I don't play, well, I do play Battle Royale every now and then, but it's mostly I only play Save the World. And I'm just wondering if I could, you know, kind of do a co-op audience. And if I want to progress in Twitch world, I have to somehow manage to get 75 viewers average to even be considered a partner. And then also I have to stream for 25 hours, which I do three and a half hours a week. That's not going to get me there. So I'm going to have to do another stream, and it has to be a game that's that people actually want to watch, and I have something to offer. I mean, you know, I wouldn't stream Battle Royale because I have nothing to offer there. Like, you would become a worse player by watching me stream Battle Royale. It might be good for comedy, but it's not going to help you at all. No, you need 25 hours a month. Centros. Man, I hope I'm not... Centros. You need 25 hours a month. And you have to have an average of 75 viewers. Now, you can kind of cheat a little bit, and if you do the replays, you can bump your hours up. I've noticed that. But you don't get any view. You get like 5 to 10 viewers, or at least I do, for the replays. So You have to somehow average 75 viewers and stream for 25 hours a month with an average of 75 viewers. That's pretty tough to do, and I don't think Archeage alone would get me there. What's this guy doing? Poor guy. Moving water, huh? Centadros. Yeah, so getting Twitch partner is pretty difficult. You know, you gotta build your community pretty good, and well, you need a lot of community to build from. You know what I mean? Because even if I have like 300 people that would normally watch me, not every time you stream are they going to be there. You know what I mean? So you only get, you only get what you get, and I'm grateful. It's just like, I'm thinking, do I even care? Do I even care about Twitch partner? The only thing that I really care about is that they would get less of a cut of my money. Or not my money, but the donations. You know what I mean? Because right now they take half of everything. And as a partner, that would allow you to get more, and it would allow me to give back more. Other than that, I don't know that there's any real benefit of being a Twitch partner. It's not like you get free tickets to TwitchCon or anything like that. So, I don't know if it's even a goal that I want to set, now that I think about it. Other than saying, oh yeah, I'm a Twitch partner. But it's like, once, I see these people that get Twitch partner, and they don't even have an average 75 viewers. So it's like, once you get a partnership, it's like getting made in the mafia. Once you're a made man, you're always a made man. You know what I mean? That seems like their motto. I don't think I've ever seen any of these ore nodes in Exaloc. I could be wrong, but I'll look anyway. I think I'm going to only do this until the raffles, and if I ain't done by the time the raffles come up, I'll just come back after, a couple hours and let the nodes that I know where they're at respawn. Try Monster Hunter. Oh, I did see that. I've seen people play that. I heard that's pretty good. But so my whole shtick, I guess, if you want to call it that, is what I do is I try to help people. And to help people, you got to know what you're talking about. At least I think you should. There is something to be said about learning something together, playing together. So, like for Archeage, I didn't start making videos or streaming for a good year, like a year and a half in. Because I didn't understand everything. Like, I need to understand what I'm talking about so I can talk about it intelligently. And so Fortnite was the same way. I could have jumped on early when I was playing Save the World, blah, blah, blah. But then, I wouldn't have known anything more than anybody else. And I couldn't be helpful in that regard. So, I mean, that's what I like to do. I like to help people learn stuff, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can't really be that helpful. At least that's the way I look at it. I could be wrong. That was Atlas Reactor too, Atlas Reactor. I played the hell out of that game in beta and at launch. And they had it up in beta long enough to where when it launched, I could actually stream. And I did grow a pretty good audience for Atlas Reactor at the time. But that game, people don't like watching that game. The game's hella fun. If you don't play Atlas Reactor, I highly suggest you do. It's just not that fun to watch because it's so slow. I mean, it feels like it's so slow. So anyway, Atlas Reactor is a fun game. And you know this whole Twitch thing about Twitch wanting you to... Oh, these guys are here. Okay. So this guy must be out here crate farming. Silver crate farming, that is. But this whole thing about this Twitch thing, like it's, let's say I wanted to play something new, like, that nobody really watches, and I don't want to disparage any game, but let's just pick one, like Castlevania. You know, if all of a sudden I started streaming Castlevania, you know, I'm going to get, you know, 5 people in there and like, oh, I remember that game, that's the end of that. And Twitch is kind of punishing you by these requirements. Like, you know, is it not helping somebody? If you help one person, it's better than helping nobody. You know, and if somebody wants to learn a game, you know, your the time spent helping one person is just as valuable as helping 75 people. At least that's the way I like to think of it. You know, if you're helping one person, keep on doing what you're doing. And the little Twitch requirement of, well, if you want to be a partner, you have to have 75 people in your channel at all times, or an average. That's kind of counterproductive to that thought process. But it is their system and their threshold, so they can set it to whatever they want. I don't think there's any nodes out in the middle of the field, is there? Probably not. Probably not. There is no use of crate farming right now, does it? I don't think so. On here, I've shared this tip before, and I'm actually gonna share it again. There is some value, I guess, on the Fresh Start server, because the Lunarite, which is a byproduct of the crates, although you have to open the Lunafrost and then salvage it to get the Lunarite, even though on the legacy servers that's kind of worthless. What is this guy doing? I thought he was coming for me. The Lunarite on the legacy server, you can get the Lunarite from the Lunafrost, but you also can make a little bit of money by processing the Moonlight Dust and the Mysterious Garden Powders into Lunarite. And that's a tip I shared before. There is a recipe where you can turn one Mysterious Garden Powder and... oh, I haven't been to this cave in a while. You can turn a Mysterious Garden Powder and one Moonlight Dust into 30 Lunarites. 30 Lunarites is worth like 3 gold. That means for the price of one Garden Powder... let's see. It's called Convert Lunarite. So for the price of one Moonlight Archeum Dust and one Mysterious Garden Powder, which this here is like 60 silver, you can turn it into 3 gold.
Spicy meatball.
Just depending on the Lunarite prices. I shared that tip once before. I just shared it again. And the reason why I said I'm going to kick myself in the foot is because I just did that today. There you go. I've got 3,000 of those Lunarites and another 2,000 in my bag. That was from converting, and I guess people aren't buying them that quickly, or somebody's already undercut me. Yeah, a little bit. There's about 100 or so. Well, that sound means it's time for the raffle, and that means I am done looking for this ore for now. We've got an Apex raffle as well as a Vero weapon skin coming up. We're going to do one raffle for both items. Well, one keyword for both items. And let's go ahead and get that set up and let's do it. Let's do it! Alright. Where is my Nightbot? There you are.
Mamma mia, that's some spicy meatball.
Alright, we are back. And you cannot see what I am doing. So what is going on here? I'm actually on the Ezzy server. Right? Crazy. Kairashiro, I only have one Apex on the Ezzy server, and I knew they play on the Ezzy server. So I couldn't advertise that I could give you Apex on the Ezzy server because I only have one and I give away 3 a day. So, but I knew he or they play on the Ezzy server, so I logged in over here real quick to hand out the Apex win. Got to get to the mailbox real quick. Welcome back to the stream. This is August the 3rd, 2018. It's kind of a funny number too, if you think about it. If you take the month and day and add it up, you get 11. And then you take the year 2018 and add that all up, 2 plus 1 plus 8, and you get 11. So it's like 1111. Which is a significant number. So the only thing I do on this character, if you want to know, the only thing I do on this character on the Ezzy server is mine. This is the character I used for the video I did about mining. So, pretty much, yes. So that's about right. It's kind of like pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. Hey, I'm up to 700 gold, man. I didn't actually plan on playing here. Pervo used to be the first on the payments made by Rocala Community Center. Cairo, are you a mad community center guy? Doing a lot of work, putting in work. Well, I get my daily too. That'll save me. I still got some labor to burn, but I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know what to do with those. Put that away. Alright, I'm done here. I've got 700 gold now, so I need another 100-ish to buy another Apex. Hopefully I'll get it by next week, in case you win again. Haha, wouldn't that be cool? Alright. We're going to close this down. Ball William, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. This is my character on the Ezzy server. This is really just an alt. Just my Apex farmer, if you will. We're going to close this game and we're going to go back to, well, I say back to, but we're going to go over to the Thunderwing server to take a look at September. This is my original character. Started out on Kal-Il, got merged into Hanor, and then got merged into Thunderwing. So there you go. I just got 2 famed gathering on Ezzy, 1 famed farming, and 1 famed gathering. Famed. What is famed? No, it's up there. No. Oh, that's max. Damn, son. Gathering and farming. Man, I know what you like to do. Oh, I see what you were saying. So they changed the bundles. No wonder you were like, no wonder. Honestly, I didn't grasp the criticalness of what you were saying. I thought you just didn't understand the system, but you apparently do understand the system, and you're just a little bit upset. I agree with you. They never announced that change, and I didn't know that it was a thing. That sucks. I'm with you now, straight. That's craziness. So what basically happened to you was you were able to craft. You used to be able to craft the bundles, but now they added in the requirement that you have to be at a community center, which was not a requirement. So not only do you have to be max, you also have to have the community center. I see, I see. Oh, you don't think they changed anything? So what is, so you're saying that that's not a change? Okay. So what is the, how'd your income drop though? I don't quite get it. Titan Hero says just craft via crafting request. No kidding, yeah. There you go. That is the answer. That is the answer. Bell Q says, Yeah, okay, so what you do... Here, let's just test this out. Well, because I can do that here. Okay, so all I have to do... let's go improved. And so let's say I wanted this. So I just need a bunch of these seeds. I ain't going to do that one. Nor that one. This one will be good. Mushrooms and thistle. Alright. So all you do is you just make a crafting request with an alt. And then you just craft it and you're done. You go through the community center board. Why am I lagging so bad? I'm going to go ahead and close out my my Nui client. Hold on one second, guys, gals. Because I'm not going to go back to Nui unless I need to send to Apex. Oh, speaking of which, I need to set the raffle timer. Let me put it up for 45 minutes. I'm already way over. Like, I'm already at 3-hour mark today, so I don't know what I've been doing. Actually, let me just change that to 40. Let's just go 35. I know I did. Did that fix it? No. There, 35. Okay. I know I did like the half-hour early stream to get people in here. Then I was just on the break camera, but what I'm saying there is that my up timer doesn't start until after the sound goes off. So here. So I go here, it was thistle and mushroom, right? Right, okay. So buy 500 of those, buy 500 of these. And then what you do is you make a request with an alt. Oh, I need scented leaves times 100. Shit. These should be cheap though, right? Alright. I need to go pick them up. Yeah, I actually use the crafting board to craft keys. Because I don't want to dick with keys. I don't want to sit there forever crafting keys, so I just have an alt log in and request like 3,000 labor worth of keys, and boom, I'm done. One button. Yeah, so... Yeah, so that's all you have to do, man. Good call on that. No, you don't need the workbench. You don't need when you use the community center board, unless they changed it. You can do Lord Coin crafting too? Damn, son. Yeah, so there you go. So I've got this crafting request. You don't need the workbench. I've known that for a long time. Because like sometimes you like there's I can't remember what it is right now, but there is some things that require like a specialty bench that are like the just like the keys. Like what you need a handicraft bench. Well, you don't when you use the crafting board. If anybody happens to be on Thunderwing that has max proficiency, what is this? Gathering? Can you come see if you can do these these bundles. I'm going to put them on the board here as soon as I get to the one. Yeah, I'll put a call out. If anybody in the channel is on Thunderwing, they can do these crafting requests. Max level gathering. Let's see. This is what is this? 10 labor per. So if I give them 1 gold, that's 10 silver per labor point. I only have 213k. Let me, I'll just say in chat. And we'll see if it gets fulfilled real quick. Yeah, so Syndrome says there is the call that comes every Friday. Hold on 1 second. This is my sister. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. And it's done. So there you go, Straight. I just got them. Did you see that? It popped up on the stream while I was muted. But Murder 1 actually did them for me. So there you go. Look, done. So that's all you have to do, Straight. Check that out. So there's the bundles. Murder 1 crafted them. So there you go. That's all you have to do. That's how you get around that requirement. If you have an alt, have your alt post it, because you do have to have the proficiency. But there you go. And no, that is Titan Hero and Velq that got that done for you. Amanika is a friend from my original server, Kel-Il. We were in the same guild for a long while, but anyway, she said I should apply for the Tryon community manager job. I appreciate hearing that. I just don't think Tryon pays what I make now. Hey, that's what we're here for, man. We're here to help. That is what I do. And thank you very much, Titan Hero and Velq, for pointing that out. I didn't even think about that, and I should have. I should have. But that was a good call. That's the channel coming together and solving problems. I love it. So now I've got these bundles. Now I got medicinal bundles. I guess I got plenty of land, right? So Don't apply, it will ruin you. No, I think, actually, I'm not going to apply, but, you know, that's something, you know what, it's on them. You know, they should have, if they wanted somebody like me, they should have asked me. But they haven't asked me. They could have asked somebody else, I don't know. But they haven't asked me, and I'm not saying that I'm too good to work for Tryon. I just don't think that they pay, what they pay would not be equal to what I make doing what I do, and I work part-time by choice. And that's a full-time job, and the cost of living in California, specifically LA, where there are San Francisco, where are they out of? San Francisco, LA, one of the two. The cost of living there is 10 times the cost of living here. Well, not 10, maybe 5 times. I'm in Ohio, so like you can rent studio apartments in Ohio, cheap ones for around $250 to $350 a month, and if you want a decent one, it's about $400 a month. If you want a 2-bedroom, you can get a decent one for around $650 a month. Their apartments are like $3K. You know, screw that. That's ridiculous. That's another good point. So why would they ask me to be? Why would they ask me to be a community manager when I do such a good job now, and it's free? $2K on the low end, $7 to $10K easy. Yeah, like you can rent a house here for like $750 a month, a whole house with a garage for $750 a month in decent areas. I mean, that, you know, the cost of living there is just bonkers. So I would need to make 3 times what I make now, at least, to even consider a job like that. And like I said, I work part-time now by choice. I had a choice a while ago that I could stay full-time, continue with medical benefits, but I had to go to the office every day. Or I could be part-time and I could work out of the house. No brainer for me, man. No brainer. I chose to work out of the house. I prefer the freedom. I don't. I'm one of those people that I understand why people do it, but I don't like getting caught up in this money system where you spend your whole life working and saving, and then you retire, you know, at 60 or whatever, and then you live for 10, or if you're lucky, 30 years longer, and you die. You know, you got 10 to 30 years, and then you die. That's it. That was your life. You spent 50 of your years working for those 10 years. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Enjoy your time now, is what I say. I'm also thankful that I don't have kids or anything like that to which I'm beholden to. So, do I want to water these things? Oh, I get a quest. Is this the one where it's like you need strawberries and all that shit? I haven't done this quest in forever. Azalea, mint, and rosemary. Well, mint right there is to screw you. For 1 gilda, that's a ripoff, man. It's a ripoff. I guess the other one is the one that needs strawberries. So let's see, Azalea 100. Do I even have azaleas? I mean, come on, man. I gotta have azalea. Mint and rosemary. I don't have any of this shit. And I'm not gonna plant it. Screw you, quest. Earn money so you can spend it so you can earn more money. Yeah, honestly, ever since I made that decision, which was a couple years ago, which is actually when I started making videos, by the way, if you do the math, I had more free time to do stuff like that. I have been so much happier. My life is so much better. No, I don't have the kind of money that I was used to, but I don't care. I don't care. Honestly, I don't. My life is so much more better, so much more relaxed. You know what? And when you think about it, and if you're in this situation, I'm not trying to change your life or anything, or saying that you're dumb, nothing like that. I'm just saying for me, when I thought about it, getting ready for work, you spend, 30 minutes a day grooming yourself, 30 minutes driving to work. Well, there's an hour of your life right there to get to work. They don't pay you for that. Then you work for 8 to 10 hours a day. In between that, you take an hour for lunch. They don't pay you for that. And then you spend another half hour driving home. When it's all said and done, you've got anywhere from 10 to 13 hours a day wrapped up in going to and coming from work. And they only pay you for a portion of that. Not to mention the gas, and all that stuff that goes with it. They only pay you for a portion of it. And you have, 2 to 3 hours before you have to go to bed and get ready to do it again. God, that sucks so bad. I don't know how people do it. I mean, I don't know how I did it. Did it for all my life. And I was so miserable. Like, you'd come home, you'd have 2 hours to yourself, and then it's like, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed. I can't do this. I can't do that. I gotta go to bed. So you could do it again. It's the pits, man. It's a form of slavery. Food, clothes, and internet connection. I couldn't ask for anything more. I completely agree. I always said, why not give people in prison, give them a computer and an internet connection? I think people would want to go to prison at that point, because you can do whatever if you got a computer, man. It's like you can watch TV, you can listen to music. You don't need anything else but an internet connection and a fairly decent computer. You can play games, you can chat, you can do anything you want if you got a computer and an internet connection. Hey, it's Sell Me Gaming, how you doing? Preach it. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, if I could change the world, then that was one of my polls a couple weeks ago. I would love to get everybody off this slavery money system. It's crazy, man. So like in some North EU countries.
Want some of this? Then you know what to do, dog. Bust a move.
SLME Gaming, thank you very much for the resub. That's 6 months in a row for you. Wow, thank you very much. SLME Gaming, been a staple here for quite a while. Thank you very much. So yeah, you can have a cool house, but then you don't have time to do it or meet your friends, right? I just don't get it. I mean, happiness doesn't have anything to do with money. Happiness does not have anything to do with money, but there are some people out there that enjoy working like that. I'm not one of those people. A lot of people find their own worth by what kind of title they have at their job. I'm definitely not one of those kind of people. My enjoyment is about helping people. Honestly, it's weird, but I should have been a teacher. These pop-ups. Don't get me started. Well, I guess I need to do something with this rest of this stuff, so these thistles and mushrooms. I guess I'll get rid of this. Thistle's at the bottom? It should be at the top. You heard some of those prisons have that kind of stuff? Really? Yeah, I don't know why they, like, if you want your population to behave, give everybody a computer and an internet connection, and they won't be bothered with going around buying drugs and shoving things up your ass to smuggle stuff. Who needs anything more? I don't know. That's a whole subject. I know it's kind of a bag of worms, but here in Poland, we have those people that have a car that they cannot afford just so they look better. That's everywhere. That's, well, I don't want to say it's everywhere, but that's the same here in America. I used to, a long time ago, I used to write mortgages, and I wrote a mortgage for a postman. Postmen make around $50,000-$60,000 a year. It's not a bad job, but when you write a mortgage, you have to see all their finances. And he had a $55,000 loan on a BMW. He basically had a loan for what he makes in a whole year before taxes. And I'm like, that's crazy. Why are you spending this much for a car? You know, it's ridiculous. You don't spend your whole year's salary, or actually more than a whole year's salary, on a car. And the reason people do that is so that, like you said, so they look good compared to everybody else. It's the whole system makes you think that that's what you got to do, you know. Oh, this person bought a new TV, so I got to buy a bigger one. Or, you know, this person has this and that, you know. Well, I need that too. No, you don't. Believe in culture's definition of happiness rather than the individual's contentment. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Everybody's worried about what society thinks you should have, and not what you personally find. You know, you know the saying, "You do you." You know, that's true, man. You should do you. If you're happy working 60 hours a week or whatever, more power to you. It don't bother me at all. But that's not who I am. That's not who I am in the least. Where the hell are mushrooms? Are at the bottom too? Guess I don't plant them enough. Know thyself. Indeed. Everybody should know themselves. Velcube makes a good point. People should learn how to become happy. Maybe even in schools. Yeah, schools don't teach happiness, do they? Schools teach you what society thinks you should know. That's a big problem. I mean, you kind of indoctrinate people into that. Anyway, back to Archeage stuff. We have 11 minutes going until the raffles, in which you can win an Apex as well as my last Vero weapon skin. After that, there are no more from me. I'm just going to sell this corn. I was saving my corn so I could do some potions. I was thinking about getting into crafting armor again. But screw that. The charcoal is ridiculous, man. I thought charcoal might go down a little bit with the player nations getting the charcoal from the diamond, the Delphinon Ghost ships, but it hasn't went anything down. It's went up. Look at this crap. I looked at it earlier today. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. That's not what I need. It's 5 gold now. Not even 2 weeks ago, it was 4 gold. Now, under 4 gold 2 weeks ago. Now it's up to 5 gold. It's went up since they changed that stupid trade pack thing. It requires a truckload of trade packs now. What the hell, man? You know, the funny thing is how much we bitched about the trade pack system before, and then they just go and make it worse. Like, what? Are you, hello? Is this thing on? Hello? They just don't listen. Titan Hero DGS. Yeah, I understand how the DGS works, but the thing is they are only getting charcoal now. So it's like instead they got gold. They used to get gold, but now they're adding charcoal to the system. So that's 4 Delphinaut Ghost ships per day, per server on the Legacy server, and that's basically an infusion of charcoal. It's more charcoal being generated, and yet the prices have went up. Titan Hero says the big problem is the game was basically run by XL's B team. Now that Jake is back, things are changing dramatically. Yeah, I think so. Insomnia RZ, welcome back. We got just half the update. Yeah, that's true. It's only an infusion if the packs get turned in on Thunderwing. Most of the times they aren't. Why are packs not getting turned in? I don't understand. Do people lose packs? Like, do they drop to the ground? I don't understand what's going on. I'm on Thunderwing and I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, the prices are going up because the new crates inject more Lunarite so people can make more gems. That's true. That kind of offsets it a little bit. Because the sample tax and West Side are contesting each other. Okay. And so the packs, they don't turn packs in? How do they lose them? Somebody's eventually got to turn them in. Aaron, what would your price of a Crater Cub on Legacy? I think it's 6K. 6 to 8K for a Crater Cub, I think. I haven't seen one for sale in a while. Yeah, I don't have one to look up, but I think last time I saw they were like 6,000 or 8,000 gold each, something like that. Oh, I see. On the servers where there's PvP, yeah, I've been in that situation where you can't kill the DGS because everybody's being assholes to each other. The pirates, yeah, that's a good, interesting change. But back when I was doing DGS on the regular, that's who contested us anyway. We had Barcode against us, so we always. But what ended up happening is back then we had 3 DGS, so we would go do one, Barcode would do the other, and then we'd end up contesting the last one. Because we found that it's kind of pointless for us just to run around bothering each other. We could successfully contest each other, but that also meant nothing got done. So we would both go take one, and then we would contest each other until one of us got tired. Usually it was us. Yeah, so you can run them out of bounds. That's true. You could also sink a merch and then never go down and get the packs, I guess. But yeah, running them out of bounds would do it. Which is kind of pointless, right? It's just like saying, hey, we give up. But we're too stubborn to let you have them, so... Okay. So anyway, Thunderwing. September on the Thunderwing, I just want to give you guys an update. I have been making some investments. Last week we did, we looked at the silver crates, which that actually was surprising on that. I did super good on the old crates. And then I sucked a big one on the new silver crates. I basically lost some gold on that. I was up to like 20k, but I ended up buying, I just bought like 7 Apex today. So I'm down to 9k again. Yeah, it happens. Where did I get all this? Oh, this ground grain I made for showing somebody. That was straight. That I completely misunderstood what they were asking about, and I ended up making that. Seeds go in here. Haha. It's Death Gaze with the party. Pirates are there as well, all 2 of them. Death Gaze showing up on Thunderwing. 3rd week in a row, thank you very much. Nice party conga line. Thank you, Death Gaze. Appreciate you showing up and showing out. Put that away. I wanted to make an Ionad. I haven't made an Ionad piece of jewelry in a long time. But here's the deal, yo. Here's the deal, yo. I can't find the accessory scroll. Oh, there they are. Is this a good price? 200? No. It's 80 gold higher than it should be, man. But yeah, I could do something with my labor anyway. Alright, I'll buy that. It's been a while since I made some jewelry, so let's make some jewelry. I still have some stuff left over. I'm gonna need gold. That. Boom. That'll be my labor for today. I think the rings are what I want to make, right? That's the ones that have the best chance of selling. There's a, let's see, Unbroken. There's an Unbroken Gale for 6k. I guess I want to make an earring then, huh? I'll go earring. I have 2 armor scrolls. You know what? When the Ionad scrolls, they got, look at this. I got 27 of them. That was another bad investment. They were down to like 120 gold. And I said, oh yeah, with the new Aranors, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's going to want this Ionad stuff with the changes. Yeah. Bad investment. Am I out of regrades? Come on. Oh no, there's 53. Okay. This is so retarded. You got to open it to regrade it just to put it back together. Ugh. I've hated this mechanic. It's just like a cheap way to make you spend more materials and labor to craft the same thing. Retarded. It's so not. It's so obvious when they try to be unobvious about it. I can't sell them. I know, because no one's crafting. You know what may help the Aeronor thing, at least for handicraft, is in isn't it 5.0 or 5.1 where they change the you can feed any item to any Aeronor. Like, it doesn't have to be a weapon to a weapon or a one hand to a one hand. You can put like a
Mamma mia, that's some spicy meatball.
oh wow, that went quick. You can put like a ring into a two-handed weapon or something like that. That's supposed to happen. Let me finish crafting this, guys, and then we'll do the raffles and I'll sign off. Hey, I didn't fail at all. Oh, I forgot to get it from the mailbox. Hey, somebody bought my corn. That's good. Nice 40 gold. Yeah, it came out heroic. I thought it was unique. Okay, well. Hopefully I can get, let's see, what was the 6K for the Divine? Yeah, 6K for the Divines. So hopefully I can get like 5,200 for a non-broken one. Let's find out. And I actually have enough mats to do one more, but I don't have enough labor. Well, that'll be sometime this week. I'll get to that. But thank you guys for hanging out today. We've got some raffles coming up as my appreciation. See if somebody can win an Apex that's on Thunderwing, and I can send it to you right now. All right, so who? Let's go ahead and do the wrap up. I'm not using my outro video anymore because it's old and outdated. So let's just do it correct. Thank you everybody for the follows. I cannot read those all today, but I appreciate everybody that's followed me. It does mean a lot. Iselmi Gaming with the 6-month resub. Thank you very much. Duality becoming another subscriber, although I think you've been one before. Thank you very much for the sub. Sweet Tart, Gen Dragon. There's at least 2 more. Soul Circuitry, big bit donor today. Gen Dragon, Sweet Tart, battling it out, and it was Toxic Sniper. Thank you all very much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's some more subs as well. Let's just keep going. 10 Grin Nui, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. And Toxic Sniper, thank you very much for the sub. And before we even started today, in case you catch this on a YouTube video, Benderman for the sub, as well as Crossfire for the sub while I wasn't streaming. Thank you very much, everybody, for your continued support. It allows me to give away these Apex, so thank you very much. And congratulations to all the winners today, and thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out another Friday. Maybe we're going to be doing some maybe Wednesday or Tuesday Fortnite streams. I may do that. I don't know. But anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. And if you guys need me, remember, I'm always in Discord. If somebody doesn't mind just typing that in chat, !Discord, you can always find me in there, and I do appreciate you supporting me there as well. I'm also on Twitter, !Twitter, as well as, of course, YouTube. Hopefully by now you know how to find me on YouTube. So thank you very much. Thank you, Sweet Tart. I'm smiling, so thank you very much. Thank you, Sweet Tart. I said that earlier, and she's on top of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Until next time, this is September saying, be well.